trilogy. This is Lisa bringing you another bar exercise today. So what you're gonna need today, we'll get creative with what we're working with. If you've got like a little playground ball, cool, grab that. If you don't, the other thing you can do is like take like two like face towel like size, like little bathroom towels, and roll both of those up together to kind of try to get somewhere around like this size, but obviously it's gonna be a little bit smaller, but it'll work for what we're doing. Light weights, and then like a chair nearby. So we're using a few different things today. All right, so getting started with our warm up. Standing at the end of your mat, you're gonna inhale, reach your arms out up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward, walk the hands out. We're gonna reach one arm and then the other. Walk our hands back, keeping our legs as straight as we can. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive forward. Walk the hands out into your plank. Reach, trying to keep those hips evenly face the floor. Walk back, keeping those legs as straight as you can. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Walk those hands out. Reach, keeping that core nice and tight. Walk the hands back. One more time here. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hold plank. Reach, one more, walk back. And forward fold. Walk those hands out, and now you're just gonna bring your knees down to the mat. And you are in a tabletop position. Look at that. All right, so you're gonna have your shoulders over your wrists here. I don't wanna kick the chair. Shoulders over your wrists, your hips right over your knees here. So we're gonna bird dog, so you're gonna keep that belly button towards the spine, core is tight. We're gonna lift opposite arm, opposite leg, and lower. Lift and lower. Good, so as my left arm lifts, my right leg lifts. Squeezing that glute, energy through the foot, toe is pointed, reach, and reach. So this lift from the glute is coming from the glute, not the low back. So try to keep that core nice and stable here. Reach, and reach for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna hold left arm, right leg, lift an inch, pulse it high, keeping those hips evenly square to the floor. Reach, lift, good, for 8, 7, and then we're gonna bring elbow knee together, 5, staying on the side, 3, 2, 1, now we crunch and reach, exhale, reach, good. So as you bring the knee and elbow together, you're gonna exhale, do a little core crunch, crunch and reach, crunch and reach, 4, 6, 5, 4 more, make sure you're lifting that leg up and back behind you, 3 more, so you're squeezing that glute, 2 more, last one, and reach. Other side, so left arm, right leg lifts, lift an inch, pulse it high, working the glute, working the core, a little bit of shoulder too, lift, we got this, 8, 7, 6, 5, then we'll bring them together, 4, 3, 2, 1, elbow and knee, crunch and reach, good, trying to keep your weight evenly dispersed. So try not to lean too much into that left side. Crunch and reach. Good, we got this. Last bit of warm up for 6, 5, and then we'll go straight to isolated core work. We're mixing it up a little bit today. 3 more, 2, and 1. Good. Come to child's pose, so feet together, knees wide. Reach those arms out in front. As those arms are reaching out in front, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, getting shoulder blades expand as you inhale. Good. All right, so coming into plank position, So you will have to be in high plank up on your hands for this one if you can. If at any point what I'm showing you is too much, you can come to hold plank on your knees. So core is nice and tight, so you're not in a tabletop, you are in a plank on your knees. So this is your modification at any point if you need it. But if not, you'll be in high plank, and we're gonna do like a down dog pike kind of thing. So you're in high plank, shoulders over wrist, core is nice and tight. You're gonna take the opposite hand, reach towards the opposite shin, foot, knee, whatever you can reach there, and then back to plank. 3, 2, let's go. It's reach and plank, alternating sides. Reach and plank. So those hips just come up to the ceiling, core engages. Exhale as those hips come up to the ceiling. Inhale as you come to plank. Good, you got this. Pike, in center. Pike, in center, beautiful. Pike, and center. We can do 5 more, right? For 5. 4 more each side. 4, plank. Make sure when you come back to center, you're not letting those hips sink. You're just coming to a plank, okay? 2 more. Each side, that is reach, plank, pike, plank. 1 more each side. It's pike, plank, pike, plank, and child's pose. A little more plank work here. So we're gonna come to spider plank. So working into the obliques, side of your core. Shoulders over wrists, or if you need your wrists to get a little break here, you can feel free to come down to your elbows. Okay, your call. We're gonna bring same side knee to same side elbow. I'm actually gonna come down to my elbows. The next thing is high plank for a little bit as well too. So shoulders over elbows or wrists. Same side knee to same side elbow, crunch and crunch, alternating sides. You also have tension between your upper back there, between those shoulder blades, that area is engaged. Crunch and crunch, good. Exhale as you bring that knee to that same side elbow. Crunch and crunch, we got it. 6 more each side, crunch and crunch. 5 more, come on, squeeze that oblique, which is the side of your core. 4 more, shoulders over elbows or wrists. 3 more, don't let those hips sink. Also don't send them way up to the ceiling. 2 more. Last one, crunch, crunch, child's pose. Good, so now this is where you're gonna need either your ball or your rolled up towel. So remember, you're gonna kind of, if you have like smaller towel, you're gonna roll 2 of them together to make it kind of a little thick burrito. Sounds delicious. All right, so you're gonna take that ball and you're gonna put it right between the knees here, a few fingertips above the knees, okay? So right at the inner thigh. We're gonna come into high plank. I'll show you real quick. So you're gonna be in high plank. We're gonna come down, left elbow, right elbow. We're gonna squeeze the ball twice and come up left, right, squeeze the ball twice. Okay, so we're gonna do a total of 8, 4 left, 4 right, good times for all. Starting our high plank. In 3, 2, let's go. So it's left elbow, squeeze, squeeze, left hand, right hand, squeeze, squeeze, we got it. Left elbow, right elbow, squeeze the ball, left hand, right hand, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball. 2 more on this side, left elbow down, right elbow down, squeeze that ball, come on, use that inner thigh, you'll feel left hand, right hand, you'll feel that low belly engage as you squeeze 2. Last this side, left, right, squeeze, squeeze, left, right, squeeze, squeeze. Now right, left, squeeze, squeeze, right, left. Come on, do what you can here. Remember, at any point, you can come to that resting position. Right, left, squeeze, squeeze, which is plank on your knees. Squeeze, squeeze. 1 more time through. Come on, it's right elbow, left elbow, squeeze, squeeze, right hand, left hand, squeeze, squeeze. Child's pose, nice. Deep breath. All right, so So coming back to a plank, your call, whether you want to be high plank up on your hands, shoulders over wrists, or low plank, shoulders over elbows. I think I'm gonna opt for low plank this time. And remember, at any point, modification, plank on your knees, and you can do little squeezes here too. Your feet would have to be off the floor. All right, or maybe, actually you can do it with your, just be careful with your knees. If it feels too awkward and you're on your knees, just take the squeezes out, it's fine. All right, so we're gonna come into plank and we're just gonna squeeze and release that ball. Get ready, in 3, 2, let's go. So it's squeeze, hold, release. Squeeze, hold, release. We're gonna get to 12. Squeeze, hold, release. You got this. Squeeze, hold, breathing, release. Don't hold your breath. Squeeze, hold, release. Feeling inner thigh and low belly, yes. Squeeze, hold, release. 6 more. For 6. Release. Come on, try to break the ball or squeeze that towel as tight as you can. Release. 4 more. Squeeze, release. 3 more. Squeeze, hold, release. 2 more. Last bit of plank, guys. Last one. Squeeze, hold, release. Oh, take that ball out. Child's pose. Very nice. All right. So coming onto your back here, you're gonna take that ball. So you're going to grab a little timer. Lay down on your back. Lift your hips up off the floor. Take that ball or your towel, and you're just gonna place it like right beneath your hips here. So like right at the sacrum here, like the top, your top butt area. A really weird way of saying it. Okay, so couple options. To make it a little easier, you'll have your palms at your sides. If you're a champ, you're gonna have your palms up to the ceiling if you want a little bit more of a balance challenge. From here, you're gonna give your left leg straight up to the ceiling, right leg hovering towards the floor. Let your low back push into this ball, so if you feel like you need to adjust one way or another, you go ahead and do that. If at any point that becomes too much, you can bring that bottom leg a little bit higher to make it a little easier, okay? So left leg up to the ceiling, right leg hovering. We're gonna draw circles clockwise with that left foot at the ceiling to start. 20 seconds, 3, 2, let's go. So just drawing, nice little, remember if you want that challenge, you can have those arms up at the ceiling because it'll get you a little more off balance. Or you can have those hands down at your sides here, drawing those circles. 5 more seconds in this direction, then we'll go counterclockwise with that left leg on the ceiling. Now reverse, counterclockwise. Whew. So you should feel that core working. It's trying to stabilize you. The ball or the towel may be a little bit easier than the ball because it'll be a little bit more flat, but the towel will throw you off balance a teensy bit still. 3, 2, now that left leg stays up towards the ceiling. That hovering right leg now draws clockwise circles. Woo, we got this. Draw clockwise circles with that right leg that's hovering towards the floor. Remember, if that's too much, you can bring your leg a little higher. You can have your hands into the floor to help you balance. Just drawing circles about the size of like an appetizer plate. And reverse that right leg. Now you're going counterclockwise. This is one of my favorite core moves with the ball. It's good times for all to be had. 10 more seconds here, and then we'll get a brief rest before we go to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, knees to the chest, very nice. All right, now that right leg is gonna go straight up toward the ceiling. The left leg is gonna hover towards the floor. Now to start, it's gonna be that left leg hovering towards the floor, moving in a clockwise direction. Get ready, in 3, 2, and go. Draw those little clockwise circles there with that left foot. Remember, you can have your hands in the mat, or if you really want that extra challenge, your arms up to the ceiling. You'll feel a lot more off balance. Breathing deep breaths, 5 more seconds going in this direction. And reverse. So that left leg hovering towards the floor, draw on those little circles. You got this. Doing a good amount of core tonight. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2. Now that right leg up at the ceiling is gonna draw your circles on the ceiling and go. Come on, this is the last. So you got 20 seconds going in a clockwise direction, 20 seconds counterclockwise, and then you're done with this little thing here. Breathe. You got it. Whew. Your core should be feeling toasty at this point. I know mine is. And reverse your circle. Come on, last 20 seconds here. So that left leg is just hovering towards the floor, trying to stay as sturdy as it can. Give me 10 seconds. Come on, stay with it. Small controlled circles. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring those knees into the chest. Very nice. Good. Now you're going to put your feet on the floor, lift your hips up off the floor, take that ball, place it, or your towel between your feet. We're gonna do ball passes, or towel passes, or if you don't want to use either, just imaginary passes of like something cool, like a puppy or something like that. Don't actually pass a puppy between your feet. Okay, so you're gonna grab the ball, arms come up overhead, take that ball to your feet. So you're just passing it. Okay, so we're in it here, breathing. If this is too much, this long letter version, you could do this modification where you're gonna bend your knees into the chest to grab the ball each time and then just extend. And you can always extend a little higher if low is too hard, okay? So you can do long lever version or bent knee version. You can also adjust on any of them how low you bring your legs down to the floor, but you will be pushing that low back in towards the floor as you lower those legs. Good, we got this breathing. 2 more passes. Breathe, you got it. 1 more round of passes. Keep that towel or ball between your feet. If you got longer legs, you might want to lower it down a little bit. If you got little bitty short legs like me, you can have it up pretty high. We're gonna reach, exhale, reach your fingertips towards the ball. Okay, try to touch it on the same spot each time. Get ready, we're gonna go rapid fire reaches, 20 reps in 3, 2, let's do it for 20, 19, 18, 17, come on, reach, 16, 15, shoulder blades coming up off the floor, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, good, take that ball out. Drop your knees to the right and arms to the left. A little stretch there. And switch sides. Oh, delightful. Good, all right, so come up to a standing position. Grab a sip of water if you need it. Here's mine. And then we're going to move on to some standing parallel position stuff. Good, okay. Take your ball. It's gonna go in like that same position that it just was when you were in your plank stuff. So that ball is gonna go like about 4 fingertips above the knees there. You're gonna take your chair or stool or whatever you've got there. Head, shoulders, and hips all in a straight line, so I'm not gonna stick my butt out at any point. So try to keep those hips right underneath those shoulders. Core stays engaged, belly button towards the spine here, okay? So your feet are gonna be about hips width apart, or if you have a towel, they might need to be a teensy bit closer because the towel is gonna be smaller. So come up into releve. So that means heels lifted. You're gonna give a little bend at the knees, keeping head, shoulders, hips in a straight line here. And you're gonna have your forearms, you're gonna have your arms about forearms distance from the bar. So this is a little lower than a bar might normally be, but it would be kind of this position, okay? So shoulders over hips, and from here we're gonna go down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. You're moving like down an inch or two and then up an inch or two. Your heels stay in releve. Head, shoulders, and hips all stay in a straight line, and you're just giving a little more bend at the knees and you lift up. In this parallel position, you're never gonna come up completely straight, down an inch, up an inch. So your quads are always gonna stay engaged. Down an inch, up an inch, good. Keep that core tight. Working those quads, working the balance, down an inch, up an inch. And with this type of stuff especially, shaking is gonna be normal. So at some point if you start shaking, that means you're doing it right. Down an inch, up an inch. For 4, 3, you're just holding that slight squeeze at the inner thigh. 2 more because you're holding onto that ball or towel. 1, now we're going to just hold here a little bit lower, drop a little lower into that parallel. We're gonna squeeze the ball, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. Good, so from the front, just so you can see what my knees are doing, squeeze, there it is. Try to break the ball or try to like make your towel as squeezed as you can, squeeze. So that's why I told you, like, if you have like a couple of like smaller towels, you might want to wrap those up nice to make it a little thicker. I think like one face towel would be way too small. Squeeze, squeeze. We can do this. 10, 9, 8, and then we're gonna put them together. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna go down an inch, squeeze, squeeze. Down an inch, squeeze, squeeze. Their pulses. Up, down, squeeze, squeeze. This is where shaking's probably gonna happen. Those quads are gonna feel on fire. Squeeze, squeeze. Up and down, squeeze, squeeze. Remember, if at any point you let go of your hands, you'll be balanced. So that's, make sure that your shoulders stay over your hips. Down an inch, squeeze, squeeze. I'm feeling it. Squeeze, squeeze. Up and down, squeeze, squeeze. Shoulders over hips. 6 more. Up, down, squeeze, squeeze. 5 more. Up, down. Then we'll just come with pulses in the parallel. Up, down, squeeze, squeeze. 2 more. Woo. Calves are feeling it too. Squeeze, squeeze. Now you hold that squeeze. So hold the squeeze on the ball. And from here, we're gonna go down an inch, pulse, pulse. Up and down. So you're moving in that couple inch range of motion. Shoulders stay over hips, you stay balanced. Inner thighs should be on fire. Down an inch. If at any point you need to shake it out, you do that and you come back when you're ready. Down. Woo, guys, we got this. Come on, keep those knees squeezed together. We can do this for 10, 9, and then we're gonna work on the pulse of the ball. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. We're gonna pulse, hold, release. Pulse, release. So it's in, release. In, 2, release. So squeeze, squeeze, okay? Squeeze. Obviously you don't release all the way, or you drop the ball or a towel. Squeeze twice, release. Squeeze twice, release. Good. Squeeze. Good. 5 more. Squeeze, release. 4 more. Squeeze, release. 3 more. I'm shaking. 2 more. Last one. Now hold that squeeze on the ball. And from here, we're gonna take our pelvis, we're gonna tuck, release. Okay, so you're just going to lightly kind of bring your tailbone towards the wall there. So it's little tuck, release, tuck. So it's a very small motion, holding that squeeze on the ball. So you're just engaging your core. It's like you're doing almost a little standing baby crunch here. Tuck. So just angling your tailbone and your pelvis towards your chair. Squeeze. Good. Tuck. We can do this for 8. Woo. 7. Come on, keep that squeeze. Your knees stay bent here. Quads, inner thighs, core is working. 4 more. 3, and then we'll end with a hold. 2, 1, just squeeze those knees as tight as you can together. Shoulders over hips, you just hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sweet, we made it. All right, I don't know about you, but my calf muscles on that were feeling brutal. So you'll bring one foot forward, the other foot back. Push that back heel into the floor. Switch sides. Oh, that feels good. Get that other side calf stretch. Oh, very nice. Whew. Bring the feet wide. We're gonna bend the left knee, straighten the right, lean into the left side, press that right inner thigh down towards the mat. Oh, stretching that inner thigh. Switch sides. All right. Whew. Awesome. Quad stretch real quick each side. Oh, those calves are still feeling pretty brutal for me. I don't know about you. The next stuff is not in releve, so those calf muscles will get a little break. Switch sides. Opposite foot to opposite hand. Bring that foot back towards the butt, knee and hip. Come back slightly. Cool. All right. So you're going to, this next little part you can do with, well, this first part you can do with or without your weights, or with or without your ball or towel, or you can put them together. Cool. All right, so your palms are gonna be facing one another. You're gonna take that ball or the towel, and you're just gonna kind of like place it on your belly here so that you have a little thing to grab, or so you can like grab it, I mean. So what you're gonna try to do is get the ball or towel between your forearms. So down in this position, your elbows are in at your side. We're gonna be in a first position, heels in, toes out. We are going to lift, squeeze, release, and lower. So when you lift, you come to the plie. So from the side, lift, squeeze, release, and lower. Lift, squeeze, release, and lower. So when you're squeezing, you're staying in that low in that plie, shoulders over hips. First position, squeeze, release, and lower. So as you notice, in this first position, my shoulders stay over the hips. Just a little bend at the knees there, heels in, toes out. Each time you bring those elbows up to shoulder height, lift, squeeze, release, and lower. Good, lift, squeeze, release, and lower. We got this. Lift, squeeze, release, and lower. 2 more like this. Lift, squeeze, release. Last one, lift, squeeze, release, and lower. Bring it back up to shoulder height. From here, we're going to go down an inch, squeeze, squeeze. Down twice in the plie, squeeze, squeeze. You stay low in that plie the whole time. Squeeze, squeeze. Good. Shoulders over hips. Squeeze the ball. Down an inch, squeeze the ball. You're feeling the front of your shoulders working? Yeah. Down an inch, squeeze, squeeze. Down an inch, squeeze. You're staying in that plie. 5 more. Down an inch, squeeze, squeeze. 4 more. Woo, it gets heavy. 3 more. Down, squeeze, squeeze. 2 more. Down an inch, squeeze, squeeze. Last, down an inch, squeeze, squeeze. Hold here, just hold the squeeze. Lift, lift. So you're holding that little squeeze on the ball. You're staying low in the plie. Just lift an inch, lift an inch, lift an inch, lift an inch. You got it. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, put that ball down. Shake the arms out. So kind of just roll your shoulders forward and back. Good. All right. So we are now going to come into a second position. Heels in, toes out. So when you come down into your plie, your knees are gonna stay behind your toes, head, shoulders, hips are all in a straight line here, okay? So your inner thighs are gonna face towards the front of the room. Our palms are going to face the floor out to the side here, and we're just gonna do a lateral shoulder raise, okay? 3, 2, let's go. It's lift and lower, lift, lift, and lower. So as you plie, that's when you raise the weights up to shoulder height. Lift, lift. Breathing. Those shoulders are gonna feel a little tired because they're already fatigued from what you just did. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna get low in the plie. Hold those arms out at shoulder height, draw circles in one direction for 8, 7, get lower, 6, 5, 4. If you need to put the weights down at any point, that's fine. 2, 1, reverse, 8, 7, 6, I know they get heavy. 5, right at shoulder height, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Roll the shoulders back and forward. So, and I've got like 3 pounders here. I do 1 pound, 2 pound, 3, 4 maybe if you're feeling pretty tough. Palms facing the floor. You can also use soup cans or water bottles or nothing. So from here, we're just gonna lift up to shoulder height, open, close, and lower, okay? So as you open, you're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades together at the top. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So it's lift, open, close, and lower. Shoulder height, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift, squeeze, close, and lower. So each time you do a motion with the arms, you're doing a motion with the legs, okay? So we're staying with this second position plie, keeping the heart rate up a lot by keeping those legs moving. Lift, open, close, and lower. We got this. Lift, open, close, and lower. We can do this. 6 more, right? Lift, open, close. 5 more. Lift, shoulders over hips. Whew, we can do 4 more. Shoulder height, open, close. 3 more, come on, we got it. 2 more. Last one, and then we're gonna keep those weights up at shoulder height. Open, close, lower. Come bring those weights back up to shoulder height. We're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades together as we open and close, okay? Let's do it. 3, 2, let's go. It's 12. 11, squeeze those shoulder blades together. 10, whew, I know those weights get heavy, guys. 8, 9, sorry. I know how to count. 8, 7, 6 more, shoulders on fire. Get a little bit of that upper back. 5 more. After 4, we'll get to shake it out. 3, I know they're heavy. If you need to put them down, that's fine too. 2 more. Last one. Whew. Whoa. Roll the shoulders back and forwards. All right. Little hinge forward at the hips, slight bend at the knees, slight bend at the elbows. We're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades together like you're crushing an eggshell between them. And then lower, okay? Reverse flies. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Squeeze and lower. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Your ears stay in line with your shoulders. So you're looking out on the floorboards, just a few feet in front of you to keep a nice neutral neck. Squeeze and lower, squeeze. We can do this for 7, 6, 5 more. Come on, those shoulder blades squeeze together, back and down. 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna pulse. 2, 3, lower 1. There it is. Pulse. 2, 3, lower 1. Pulse. 2, 3, lower 1. So you're working in that top little inch at the tippity top of the move. Pulse. 2, 3, lower. Good. Pulse. 2, 3, 5 more. It's pulse. 2, 3, 4 more. We got it. Pulse. 2, 3, try to relax the shoulders out of the ears. 3 more, pulse. 2, 3, 2 more, pulse. 2, 3, last one, it's pulse. 2, 3, and lower, good. Roll the shoulders back and forwards a couple times. Very nice. All right, a little bit of triceps, and then we'll move on. Hinge forward at the hips, elbows stay lifted, pinkies to the ceiling, just little tricep kickbacks, okay? Pinkies to the ceiling, keep the elbows high. 3, 2, let's go. Squeeze and lower, squeeze and lower, you got this. Pinkies to the ceiling, keep the core nice and tight, belly button towards the spine, squeeze, squeeze. Stay with me for 8, 7, trying to see the time, 6, 5 more, 4 more, 3, and then we'll do pulses, 2 more. Last one, stay to the top, little extend an inch, so it's just a little extend and bend from the elbows. Bend and extend, teensy tiny top of the move. Woo! Pulse, pulse, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, now bring those arms straight, palms face the ceiling. You're gonna bring the thumbs in towards one another and then back out. So in and out, in and out. Try to keep those weights nice and high. I know those triceps are feeling this, mine are too. In and out. So they touch each other, then they come to about shoulder width apart. 8 more, it's 8, 7, 6, mine are dropping, 5, keep them high, 4 more, 3, 2, 1, now just hold them a little higher, arms nice and straight, palms to the ceiling, hold, 8, 7, 6, 5, get them higher, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, wow, okay. Weights down, we're done with upper body. Tricep stretch, bring one arm back behind you, lightly press on the elbow. Whew, good. Switch sides real quick. One arm out in front, shoulder stretch. And switch sides. All right, last bit here, guys. So you're gonna take that ball, put that ball in the pit of your right leg. All right, so you can be up on your hands, shoulders over elbows, or shoulders over wrists, or down on your elbows, shoulders over elbows here. Okay, your call. Your hips are gonna be right above your knees here. So from here, toes pointed, we're gonna have the ball at the pit of the knee, and we're just gonna lift and lower, okay? Or your towel at the pit of your knee. In 3, 2, let's go. It's lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keeping those hips evenly facing towards the floor. Squeeze the glute on that right side. Lift and lower, lift and lower. We gotta keep that belly button towards that spine. So a little core engagement for 8, 7. Come on, get that knee high where that glute squeezes. 5 more, and then we'll come to the top for pulses. 4 more. 3, 2, hold the top. We lift an inch, pulse, pulse. Lift an inch, squeeze the glute. For another, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep the knee high, flex the foot. We're gonna squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze. Feeling a little hamstring curl. Squeeze, good, feel that hamstring curl. 8 more, it's 8. 7, try to keep those hips even towards the floor. 5 more, 4 more, 3, 2, 1. Now, point the toe, you're gonna drop that knee over towards the left side and then lift back up to center. So curtsy, cross, cross, and center. Let's go. It's cross and center, cross and center. Good. So you're kind of squeezing into that side glute a little too. Cross and center. Cross and center. Good. Breathing. Good. We can do this for 8. Feel that little side glute squeeze. 7, 6, and then we'll put it all together. 5 more. So exciting. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Good, so we're gonna hold that leg high, toes pointed. We're going to pulse twice, squeeze, squeeze, curtsy, cross. Okay, that's it, let's go. Pulse twice, squeeze, squeeze, curtsy, cross. Lift, lift, squeeze, squeeze, cross, center. Lift, lift, squeeze, squeeze, cross, and center. 5 more, lift, lift, squeeze, squeeze, cross. 4 more, lift, lift, squeeze, squeeze, cross, and center. 3 more, lift, lift, squeeze, squeeze, cross, and 2 more, lift, lift, squeeze, squeeze, cross. Last one, I know, then we're gonna hold at the top. Now just hold it nice and high. You just hold, squeeze that ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, get it higher. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Child's pose briefly. Switching sides. Almost there. This is your last bit of work, guys. So you're gonna take that ball, put it in the pit of the left knee. Shoulders over wrists here. Core is engaged, belly button towards the spine, toes pointed. Just lift and lower. 3, 2, let's go for 16, 15. Squeeze that left glute so you're on the other side. 12, 11, come on, feeling lots of glutes here. We got this for another 8, 7, let it come from the glute, not the low back. If you're feeling the low back, keep it a little more controlled. Try to keep that core nice and tight. 5 more, so if you release the core, you might feel a little low back. 2 more, you might kind of swing the low back. Last one, lift an inch, pulse it high, pulse, pulse, good. Toes pointed, stay at the tippity top. 10, 9, 8, 7, we're gonna stay up here for our squeezes. 4, 3, 2, 1, flex the foot, we squeeze, release, squeeze, release, feeling that hamstring and the glute. Squeeze, heel to the butt. Squeeze. Try to keep those hips even towards the floor. Keep that core engaged. I gotta remind myself too. 7, 6, then we'll go to those curtsy crosses. 5, because you already know the side because you just did it on the other side. 3, 2, 1, point the toe, drop that left knee over towards the right, curtsy cross back to center. Let's go. Cross and center, cross and center. Good, cross. Feeling that side glute area. Yes, we got it. Cross and center. Breathing. Come on, lift that leg up behind you each time you come back to center. We got it for 8. And then we'll put it all together. And then that'll be it, guys. 6, 5 more. We're almost there. 4 more, come on, stay strong. 3, keep that core tight, feel that glute. 2 more. Last one. We're coming to the top, pulse, pulse, squeeze, squeeze, curtsy, cross. 3, 2, let's go. So it's pulse, pulse, squeeze, squeeze, curtsy, cross. So your toes pointed here, foot flex here, cross and center. Lift, lift, squeeze, squeeze, cross and center. Lift, lift, squeeze the ball, curtsy, cross. Lift an inch, squeeze the ball, curtsy, cross. 5 more, lift, lift, squeeze, squeeze, curtsy, cross. 4 more. 3 more, lift, lift. I know I'm tiring out too. Last little bit. 2 more, last bit of work. Last one, lift, lift, squeeze, squeeze, cross, center, just hold it high, hold for 8, 7, keep that little squeeze on the ball. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Take that ball out. Very nice. Child's pose. Feet together, knees wide. Reach those arms out in front. Breathe. You've made it. Good. Tuck those toes under. Come up into a downward dog. Hips up towards the ceiling. Press the calf muscles into the mat there. Lift one heel as the other lifts up or presses down towards the floor. Very nice. Good. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Bring your feet real wide. Bring your chest down towards the floor, feeling glutes and hamstrings stretching. Oh, so delightful. You just work those glutes really hard. Bring your chest over the left thigh, stretching that left hamstring. Over to the right thigh, stretching right side. Whew. Back to center. Heel to the feet into center. Slowly roll up. Head is the last thing to come up. Very nice. Clasp your hands behind your back. Open up into from the front of the shoulders into the chest. In reverse. Hollow it out. Pull those shoulder blades apart. Reach the arms out in front. Reach those arms up to the ceiling. Lean into one side and the other side. And release. Good job, you guys. Thanks so much for playing along with me today. Join next time. Good work. Thank you, guys.